top 8. This time we got the Seattle Shiny Sylveons versus the MidValley Meowths. And we see a Tinkaton lead with a Mienshao lead, which Mienshao I have not seen do anything basically since Gen 5, when it was abused heavily with Regenerator and U-Turn and all that other shenanigans. I imagine we'll see more of the same here, but it also got access to close combat instead of high jump kick as its stab option. There's that U-turn that was mentioned earlier, and it will get the Regenerator health back, and we see Toxic Spikes being laid out. And we see a double Terrassalization to an Electric and Ground type. Ooh. I'm not sure if the Terra Ground was predicted there, but good scouting for the Energy Ball. And we see Regieleki setting up screens. Even with Light Screen, that's still doing a good chunk of damage. Here comes the Pile of Swine to absorb any potential electric type attacks and basically force a switch. We see the rocks come up, and it will just, and the Pile of Swine will just drop to a close combat. Even with the Eviolite, not enough to really prevent it from being knocked out. And that confirms a Scarf. So, ooh, and the Wood Hammer is enough to take it out, especially with the defense drops, but will also go down to the recoil. And here comes Mienshao and Tinkaton again. Mienshao getting hit with that Toxic Spike. We see a Fake Out, probably going to follow that up with a Close Combat next turn. And we'll see if the Close Combat will be enough to take out the Tinkaton from there. Oh, nope, here comes the Volcanion, which reveals the Heavy Duty Boots. Unfortunately, though, Volcanion will not take another Close Combat, and thus will go down to it. However, the Mienshao is getting pretty low in HP and in its defense buffs. Here comes Regieleki, which will absolutely outspeed. Here comes Vikavolt, which does not take too much from the Volt Switch, actually. Really decently bulky. We got to assume Assault Vest on that. Here comes the Umbreon, which has put in absolutely massive work, though the Toxic Mist would not suggest that at all. And takes massive damage from the Bug Buzz. Now the Toxic lands and will go down immediately to a Thunderbolt. And this looks like it might just be a Mid-Valley game. Here comes Tinkaton once again. Here comes a switch to Gouging Fire, which will get the speed boost off the Photosynthesis. And a Gigaton Hammer will not do too much at all. We're going to start setting up Dragon Dances, I guess, to try to outspeed the Regieleki when it finally makes an appearance. Do we see another Dragon Dance? Nope, going straight for the Earthquake. And even if the Regieleki is able to outspeed, I don't think a T-Bolt will be enough to KO it. If it is, though, nope. Alright, that is game 1, and we're going to go to Mid-Valley. Let's go on to game number 2. Alright, game 2. We see Vikavolt and Great Tusk. We've already confirmed the Assault Vest on the Vikavolt. Excuse me. And the Choice Scarf on the Great Tusk. Energy will go straight into the Tinkaton, popping its air balloon as the Tinkaton sets up rocks and then just gets eviscerated by a Thunderbolt. Here comes Regieleki, set up the Light Screen, and Bug Buzz will still do 60% through the Light Screen, and not quite enough for the Thunderbolt to polish it off. Here comes the Pile of Swine to take the upcoming electric type attack. And because it was Supercell Slam, the Regieleki will go down to its own recoil. Here comes Tentacruel, who will Terra ground and set up a layer of toxic spikes. Earthquake will not take it out because it is no longer super effective. Knockoff will knock off the Piloswine's Eviolite, as an Avalanche will take it out. So once again, only one layer of toxic spikes, but at least the Piloswine is no longer rocking the Eviolite. And a close combat will take out the Piloswine. But it is a 5-3 game in MidValley's favor. Can Seattle make a comeback here? Here comes Volcanion to take the potential water move, but also resisting the fairy move. So Volcanion, a really good check to this Azumarill, forcing the Citrus Berry Prog. Once again, Play Rough not doing too much, and the attack drops off of Play Rough aren't really of any consequence, just because Volcanion obviously not a physical attacker. So I think we just established that Azumarill is just fodder at this point, and Volcanion will take it out with a Steam Eruption. Here comes Mienshao, which should be able to take out the Volcanion with a close combat here. Yep. And will this be a very clean Mid-Valley? Oh wait, we still have the Great Tusk that is Choice Scarfed. Ooh, close combat. Okay. Flare Blitz not enough to take it out, and it will go down to its own recoil. A lot of that going on in this match. And actually, this might be enough. Great Tusk might be able to clean up this match. The Choice Scarf coming in real clutch right now, just because nothing else on the team can outspeed. And nothing resists close combat. So yeah, looks like Seattle making a huge comeback here in the later parts of this game too, as Mienshao comes back, but will not be able to take the final. Ooh, trying to get the fake out to take advantage of those lower defenses, but not quite enough to get the job done, and will go down to a close combat. Alright, that is game 2. Let's move on to game number 3. The definitive, decisive game number 3. Okay, the last match. Who will move on to the semifinals? Will it be the MidValley Meowths, or will it be the Seattle Shiny Sylveon? We see a Mienshao Tentacruel lead, and we see the Rocky Helmet and the Life Orb doing a good chunk of damage there, more than it actually did to the Tentacruel, as we see another layer of toxic spikes come up. Do we see a knockoff? Nope, we see double layer of toxic spikes now. And the Energy Ball will not do too much. Well played by Seattle, figuring that the Electric type move would not be coming. But now it is, as they are able to knock off the Vikavolt item. Here comes Regieleki, and with no way to remove these toxic spikes, outside of Vikavolt, nothing is really going to particularly enjoy that, especially not the tanky Eviolite Piloswine. Here comes Tinkaton to potentially take an Earthquake, maybe? Yep, there it is. The Air Balloon, allowing it to hover over the Earthquake, not able to take any damage whatsoever from it. And then we see both coaches exchange rocks on either side of the field. And a Gigaton Hammer, not quite enough to take it out, but... Ooh, we see a Rest come from the Piloswine. That is an excellent tech on there, which means that the Toxic will not be a factor when it comes to this Piloswine. Here comes the Gigaton Hammer, not quite enough. Still, this Piloswine so tanky, even without the Eviolite, but will go down on the following turn. Here comes Mienshao, take the rocks and the toxic spikes, and we will see Regieleki make another appearance just to go down to the close combat immediately. No more screen setup, but that's okay for the most part, I believe. Here comes Great Tusk, which we've already seen last game put in a good amount of work. Will it be enough? Close combat? Nope, it will not be enough to two-hit KO the Azumarill. Best switch out here, probably into the Volcanion. And the Citrus is prog, so no belly drum shenanigans. Here come... Ooh, we see a substitute. I don't know how I feel about that, though, when you got the Toxic Spikes damage racking up. You're kind of just... It goes for a belly drum with no... I'm going to assume that was a misclick. But here comes the Toxic damage that will obviously take out this Azumarill from that range. And the Azumarill will go down. It is 4-4. Here comes Vikavolt, which will obviously do big damage to the Volcanion if it actually got a chance to attack. The Flamethrower taking it out. And now the Ogerpon comes in and will take out the Volcanion with an Ivy Cudgel. And now I think the Great Tusk is just in a position to where it can just take the game from here. Here comes Headlong Rush. Yep. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Great Tusk sweep here. Because she is locked into Headlong Rush with the only Levitator just out of the game completely. Headlong Rush taking out the Gouging Fire, and the only thing left is the Mienshao, and that, I believe, will be the match. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, Seattle, on making it to the semifinals, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.